Hey, so what's going on? I heard that you want to know the secret to staying motivated. Shame on you. The truth is, my friends, there is no secret. Motivation is as much a science as anything else. And honestly, it's one of the most important things that I think we all need to pay attention to, because the source of our success, the source of our progress, the things that we do, our productivity, it all really has roots in our motivation, right? But it's not so much the motivation that matters. We think that the motivation is what matters because it's what we notice the most. It's what we feel, it's what we acknowledge. So let's back it up a minute. What is motivation, and why am I saying that? Motivation is the desire to have something, the desire to do something, right? When you're motivated, you want to do something. So if I was to say, I need to work out today, but I'm not feeling motivated, I don't want to work out. If there's no motivation, I don't want to work out. If I am motivated to work out, I want to work out. I might be unmotivated if I don't have a lot of energy, if I feel tired. Maybe I don't feel like going through the pain that comes along with a workout. But if I'm motivated, I'm willing to go through the pain, right? I'm willing to put in the effort and the energy, and that's what motivation is. It's just the desire to do something. It's emotional. It's very much dependent upon your emotions. And the truth that we all have to acknowledge is that the emotions are not always there, right? It's not always positive. You don't always have the energy that you wish you did, and that's just a fact of life. There are highs and lows. So the element that I won't go so far as to say it's more important than motivation, but it's at least at the same level, is discipline. Okay? Because discipline is what you have to succeed when the motivation isn't there. So discipline is the ability to do what you need to do even when you don't feel like doing it. So discipline, self-discipline, means getting out of bed at 5 in the morning even when you don't want to. The floor is cold, the blankets are warm, you don't want to do it, but you do it anyways because you're disciplined. You don't want to work out, you're tired, you're feeling lazy today, uninspired, but you work out anyways because you're disciplined. Not because you're motivated, but because you're disciplined. And that's why when I have this discussion with clients, it usually starts off with me saying motivation doesn't matter. Motivation it's garbage. It's not the most important thing. And just because you're not motivated doesn't mean you have to fail. It doesn't mean you won't succeed. Some of the highest performers, yes, are motivated all the time because they truly, truly love what they're doing. They're passionate about it. They believe they're making an impact. And for that reason, they stay motivated all day long. Not all of us can do that. And that's okay. Because some of us have to have jobs that we don't like. Some of us won't be happy with our relationships. Some of us won't be satisfied with our fitness levels. You can't be motivated about everything. That's just the truth. I mean, if you were, you'd be delusional, right? Because there's always going to be things in your life that you don't want to do. You know, whether it's going to the doctor's office. I had to go to the BMV today. Stood in line for 90 minutes to get my license renewed. Yeah, I'm not motivated to do that, but I'm disciplined enough to go get it done. And I'm also disciplined enough to stay positive and keep my energy levels high while I'm there. Even though I'm standing in line, there's a bunch of angry people. The employees don't even want to talk to me. I'm still, I'm kind of bouncing, thinking about what I'm going to do when I'm done. I'm still managing to stay energetic and productive in my mind because I have the discipline to know that this particular task might drain my energy. It might unmotivate me. And by the time I'm done with this, I might not feel like doing anything. But I don't let that happen because I anticipate it and I prevent it with my discipline. So anyways, building discipline is tough, right? It's tough. But it is the key to staying motivated, to staying productive, right? You're not always going to be excited about the things that you need to be disciplined with. But as long as you're always disciplined, you'll always get done what you need to get done. The big thing about motivation is, like I said before, it's emotional. There are emotional triggers. It's an emotional reaction to something. That's why if you search how to stay motivated or get motivated on YouTube, you're going to find lots of motivational videos, right? With sound bites from really famous, fiery speeches, like from, Dwayne Johnson or Gary Vaynerchuk. They're going to be really emotionally charged words. They're talking about struggles they've had in the past. They're talking about how hard they had to work, how much they had to bleed and sweat, and how great it felt overcoming those obstacles, because it's a very, very emotional thing. When the truth is, when Dwayne Johnson had $7 in his pocket in that famous speech he gives all the time, when he was broke and he was trying to build his empire, he wasn't thinking about his empire. He wasn't thinking about his victory speech. He wasn't thinking about how, amazing it's going to feel when he's able to give this speech one day. He was thinking about his discipline, right? He was asking himself, what do I need to get done regardless of how I feel? And that's what he did. He wasn't listening to motivational speeches on YouTube all day as he hits the gym every day for 2 hours. He's not listening to those things as he builds his acting career, starts his own company. He's not staying motivated the whole time. He's staying disciplined the whole time. And that's the big takeaway that I want you guys to have from this, is that motivation's great. Motivation gets you started. It gets you moving. But discipline finishes the job. Discipline is what actually makes things happen. Motivation can inspire you, all right? It can help you elevate your emotions. And with the power of motivation, with the power of inspiration, you can create a vision for what you want. You can see what you want to look like, right? You want that six-pack, okay? You want that car. You want to move into that house. You can see it, and you're motivated because you want it. It's emotional. It's a want. But discipline is the need. Discipline is what you have to do even after you're tired of thinking about the car you want or your dream house or your abs. Discipline is what you need when you're at the restaurants, that you don't eat the whole cake to counteract your workouts, right? If you wake up and you're feeling extra heavy that day, no energy, you've got to have discipline to get over that, to get through that. And the more discipline you have, the more motivation you will achieve in the future. Because every time you stay disciplined, every time you do what you need to do, despite the external circumstances, despite your discomfort, you will be able to look back on that tomorrow and be motivated by it. So the truth is, motivation's emotional and it doesn't last. Discipline is doing what you need to do even when you don't want it. And the more you do it, the more disciplined you become and the more motivated you are in the end. So the truth is, your greatest source of motivation is your own self-discipline. That's the takeaway. That's the secret, right? I'm just kidding. There are no secrets. There's no secrets for fitness. There's no secrets for dieting. There's no secrets for motivation. But if I had to choose one thing to say to you, to inspire you, to motivate you, to give you some sense of direction about how motivation works, it is that your self-discipline and the way that you use it is going to be your single greatest source of motivation. Your discipline is where your motivation comes from. So remember that the next time you know you need to do something but you don't feel like it, and go do it and keep doing it, and that will compound over time. And before you know it, you'll be able to look in the mirror and motivate yourself. Go get it, guys. Good luck.